Hi guys, I'm going to show you today how to defensively handle a small dog. This is great for if you want to get a small dog out of a kennel that's fearful and is in the corner and you think may bite you, or a small dog that you're trying to pick up to muzzle them for grooming, nail trimming, other things like that. I have Ike here. Ike was aggressive when he came to me for handling. For his puppy program, and he's way better, but he's still a Shiba Inu, so we may get a little rise out of him here. So I have a classic regular nylon slip lead. You don't want to use a regular collar and try to connect it to the dog's, a regular leash and try to connect it to the dog's collar. You definitely want to use an all-in-one here. This is the greatest leash for basic everyday handling and defensive handling to keep yourself safe. So you want to go ahead and just make a little loop with your slip lead. You can use the kennel to, like this, keep the dog back. So if the dog is trying to bust forward and you don't trust him. Now, if he was fearful and shut down in the back of the kennel, I would basically try to toss this over his head the best I could, just like that. And you would shut the door much faster. Oh yeah, right that leash. Okay, so what we're gonna do, now that I have him, I'm gonna bring him out. Anytime you're defensively handling, the whole objective is to try to deflect any potential bites away from you. So how long you hold the leash out from the dog is going to be based on the size of the dog, okay? So, but for the most part, you don't want to be all the way up here. You don't want to be so low that, you're too close to him. So what I like to try to do is, again, remember, I'm going to go to touch the side of him now. I don't know this dog. He's really snappy. The first thing I'm going to do is immediately put the leash forward before I go to touch him. Like this, okay? So if I go to put hands on him, I'm doing this. Out, okay? So now if this was a dog that was really trying to get at me, I would not be able to adjust the slip lead up higher on his neck. Ideally it should be right about there, okay? If you can get it there, this dog is really hard. All of his equipment sinks down into that valley where his fur is indented. So I'm going to try to get it up here. Okay, he's distracted like that. Okay, so anytime a dog is distracted, go ahead and take advantage of that. So I'm going to put the slip lead a little bit higher, and now I'm going to pick him up. So the second I go to actually touch him, I'm going to move my right hand forward like this. Okay, now I'm only giving him pressure here based on how much he's struggling. If he goes to struggle a lot, I'm going to maintain my pressure this way. As soon as he relaxes, I'm going to let up a little bit, but I'm not going to get sloppy and lazy for him to turn around and nail me like this. So if I was about to muzzle this dog, your crate is a wonderful tool that can do way more things for you than you think it can. A wire crate is a perfect distraction for a dog like this, so I could go ahead right here and put his muzzle on. I have a video on the YouTube channel that you can watch after this of me muzzling another Shiba Inu, actually. So, I mean, this is great. He's got to worry about his balance. He doesn't know where his feet are. This is a great time if you need to examine a dog. Go in there, clip a nail. Some dogs are really terrible for grooming and looking at teeth and stuff. Now, just to show you the difference, okay, so he's gonna let me do that for a second, right? Good boy, okay. Because he's distracted up here, he's gonna be way easier for me to go ahead and do anything that I need to do to him, whether it be grooming or handling. Okay, so once again, you're not going to let this leash go totally slack where he can come in and nail you, but you're not going to be giving him pressure you know, and don't create a problem by putting too much pressure on the dog. How much pressure you give is based on how much they are resisting. They resist or they struggle, you apply pressure with your leash forward at the highest point of the neck that you could possibly have it. When the dog relaxes, only then do you relax your pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna go pick him up again. I'm gonna have my hand right about here. Again, this is kind of like just, you know, it always depends on the size of the dog. But like I said, you don't wanna be up here and you don't wanna be down here. You wanna be about right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lift him. So the first thing I'm gonna do is apply my hand forward before I lift, okay? Now I wanna see if I can show you the difference. If I go to look in his mouth right now, he's not gonna let me do it at all, right? Okay, but again, put a dog up here where he has to concentrate. Good boy, good. Get a nail trim in there. The nails are actually poking straight through. If you had two people, someone could actually go in and do some clipping underneath there where the dog was distracted, and then your second handler could be holding, you know, the dog here. But again, I was actually getting a little used to this because I put him up on stuff like this to adjust his equipment because he likes to throw a tantrum when I do anything to him whatsoever. Okay, so a dog that's never been up here, typically you're gonna have a few good solid moments to do whatever kind of manipulation you need, your exam, nails, whatever it may be. Okay, so again, I got my slip lead up high here. I'm gonna pick him up, have my hand forward. So again, you know, if he comes at me to the right, I'm pulling out. You're always trying to deflect the dog's head and mouth away from you. Don't do any of this, you know, kind of side to side stuff when you're defensive handling. Not even straight up, you kind of want to go out like this. All right, we're going to attempt to bathe this dude. Wish me luck.